What is good, everybody? Today is September 12th, 2025, and today I did not take any trades today. This was my daily bias right here. All right, let's go through it. So, going into the morning, I saw that we had respected this 4 hour fair value gap with Asia lows and London lows, right? This is where and we're all time high. So, I was just extremely bullish on this day. This is NQ's all-time highs and it's a previous week liquidity pool, right? Even though we had these SMTs, I did decide to fade them just because we were so high up in the range and we're so close to all-time highs and ES is at all-time highs. It's like you're pretty much bullish until you're proven wrong, right? Unless these 4 hours get Drake candled through, you're gonna be bullish. So what I really wanted to see, I mean, I really didn't like this price action right here, this slow climb. What the heck? All right, that was weird.
Connection, lock connection.
Um,
Con-
the slow
connection.
climb up in the pre-market didn't really give me any fair value gaps, no 30 minutes, no hourlies, no 1 hour gaps. So I wasn't really a huge fan of this. So if anything, I needed like a 5 minute to open up to trade back to. So something that looked like this. Like this is London lows, right? We have pre AM, and then I wanted to see maybe something like this where we trade down, tap EQ, create a 5 minute, and then continue up higher like that, right? This being my 5 minute condition, this being my inversion fair value gap. This is like dream scenario, what I really wanted to see happen, and then this being our weekly liquidity. Oops, our weekly liquidity up above here. All right, so we would have entered somewhere like this and taken a trade up to this, like that. That is what I wanted to see in price. Now let's go over to the day. All right, so what happened is at open we did trade lower, right? We rebalanced the EQ of this range right here pretty well. Um, and we tapped into the previous 4 hour fair value gap. However, that was already mitigated by London low. When I trade 4 hour fair value gaps, I prefer that leg to get swept out, that mitigated. So for example, if we have a 4 hour fair value gap that went in like this, I would not consider trading a inversion out of this leg. I would want to see something like this, right? We trade lower, mitigate, we re-sweep that leg, and then we trade higher. So this is what I would have preferred to see. Obviously, London low is protected, so I wouldn't have expected that to get traded lower too. But yeah, so I mean, as I said before, the pre-market there wasn't really much opportunity for any sort of trades. Like we had these tiny 15 minutes, right, where we swept the intermediate low here inside the 15 minute, and I think there was a 30-second inversion out of it right here. Right, 30-second inversion up to the unfilled 5 minute that was created. Very similar to the trade I wanted to take yesterday, actually. Right, that 5 minute fair value gap, except that the 1 minute ran straight through it. I missed this move. I didn't really see it because I wasn't aware of this 15 minute. Only in hindsight did I really see it. But also, like, this wasn't the cleanest inversion, right? We wicked into it like 3 times, 4 times, and we finally closed above. And I wouldn't have so much conviction in this. Now, the only trade that I wish I maybe would have seen, and it's something I need to test, is not direct um, rebalances from fair value gaps, but SMTs instead. We did have 10 a.m. news here, right? We created a data low, and on ES, we created a bullish SMT right here when we swept the data lows, right? Created that bullish SMT when we swept the data lows, and then we had a 2 minute inversion, and that would have been my continuation. But as I said in my daily bias, what I really wanted to see was just to create a 5 minute fair value gap. Like right here, this would have been A plus, and I would have taken this 100%. This would have been like a super textbook setup, right? We have our failure swing here. We have another generated liquidity pool at 9:30 open. We have that weekly liquidity. We have all-time high like this. I would have taken, in a heartbeat. if there was a 5 minute. But I think due to that data wick, we didn't get that 5 minute, and instead we got that SMT. So it's something I need to look at. I'm wondering if this is something I should be taking, or something to journal, pretty much something to learn from. But this would have been a really good trade. But yeah, that's pretty much all there was to go through today. Yeah, psychology wise, I'm doing all right. I think we ended the week on one loss because I'm not gonna find a trade from now till later. We're down like 0.5% or something, but pretty much break even on the month from last week's gains. But yeah, I'm gonna keep my head in it, just stick to following my rules. I think my daily biases and my draws on liquidity have been spot on all week. I mean, we've just been bullish all week, so there isn't too much to say on that. But yeah, I mean, that's all there was for today. It's a No News Friday. Next week we have FOMC. I think it's on a Wednesday, so I'm expecting Monday, Tuesday to be somewhat choppier price action. But yeah, that was the trade recap, and I'll see you guys next time.